Hello, Patriots. This is Holly Sayre, principal of Redland High School. On October 2nd at 6 p.m., we had our first PAC meeting of the school year. PAC, or the Principal's Advisory Council, is a meeting that is held to inform parents of events and projects at Redland High School. There are also an opportunity for parents to ask questions. A featured topic is presented at each meeting based upon parent and community interest. At our last PAC meeting, Mrs. Klinger, a business teacher and the business department head, gave a presentation titled Fake News, Phishing, and Fraud, an Introduction to Cybersecurity. She provided parents with data on the global cybersecurity market and techniques to utilize in an effort to protect yourself and your child from unauthorized access. Following this presentation, I spoke about high school initiatives this year. First, Penn Literacy Network, or PLN. It's a framework for improving teaching, learning, assessment through critical reading of challenging texts. It's basically about reading and writing strategies. I provided parents with an article on Hannah Klein, who was the Sentinel's Teen of the Week, and we worked through different types of reading and writing strategies that teachers are using with students. Teachers in our core subject areas, world language, junior ROTC, and special education, received PLN training on August 22nd and 23rd. Another topic we talked about was document-based questions, or DBQs. Social studies teachers have students working on essays or series of short answer questions that are constructed by students using their own knowledge combined with the support of several sources. This initiative supports our efforts with PLN. The next topic we talked about was performance tasks. Teachers who were not at PLN training on August 22nd and 23rd continued work on performance tasks. A performance task is when students perform or create a product, an essay, a drawing, as a way of demonstrating their knowledge and skills. In fact, DBQs are an example of a performance task. We also talked about personalized learning. As you may recall, personalized learning started last year at Redland. You may have also noticed the personalized learning furniture in some of our classrooms last year, or in the lobby and in the library. Personalized learning encourages student choice and ownership in learning. The last topic we talked about was career readiness. Last year, you may have noticed an extensive overhaul of the course selection booklet. A focus on the booklet was career education planning. This booklet is still online, and I encourage you to frequently visit this document. We discussed a few exciting things such as career pathways, face-to-face interviews, and career exit interviews. We also talked about past, present, and future events at the meeting. At this time, I'm going to turn it over to Lance and Lucas, who are going to tell you more about some of the great things going on at Redland High School.
Hello everyone, my name is Lucas Cunningham.
And I'm Lance Miller. We're here to give you the scoop on what's been happening with the students here at Redland High School.
To begin, we had our first MEP assembly on September 21st, where students found their way into the gymnasium stands and cheered on their respective grade members as they competed in various events.
Well, yes, some of those events included the egg toss, tortilla head competition, and a dance-off.
A dance-off, now that sounds cool. Lance, if I'm not mistaken, the pep rally also featured the seniors on the homecoming court?
It did, and also the mock court.
A mock court?
Well, yes, every year the homecoming court members select a friend that will dress up to represent them, with clothing embellishments to represent all of their extracurricular activities.
Wow, that's neat. The king and queen were crowned that night at the football game.
The ladies were Sammy Darrow, Mara Dormuth, Alexa Feast, Hannah Klein, Sydney LeBone, Lindsay Martin, Grace Norfleet, Kylie Sarr, and Gracie Smith-Meyer.
The guys were Ryan Alt, Colby Bressler, Hayden Gerber, John Green, Lance Miller, Matt Moody, Will Perskindola, Jared Payne, and Gage Souter. But the real question was, Lance, who won?
Well, the king was announced to be John Green, and the queen was Lindsay Martin.
Congratulations to them.
Definitely. Now on to the next item. Students across the district met with Superintendent Stoltz for the Student Advisory Committee. Luke, any information?
Yes, Lance. The SAC committee discussed important matters like the feasibility study and new student email capabilities.
New capabilities?
Yes, in the next coming months, students will be able to use their WSSD.BC accounts to send emails to colleges and other students, get this, district-wide.
Wow, that's really useful. That's pretty cool.
The senior class had their first meeting this year. Lance, any news to report on that?
Of course. The students were informed about their class fundraiser, important senior dates, and the upcoming career readiness interviews, which will be taking place on the week of October 15th.
Could you explain more about the Career Readiness Initiative?
Of course. The Career Readiness Initiative is the process of making sure that every student has their own post-secondary plan. Each student will be interviewed by a staff member. The goal is to make sure that the student has all the help that they need to get their plan, if they don't already have one, as they enter the workforce or advance to an institute of higher learning.
You know, that's a relief to hear, to know that if someone doesn't have a plan, that the district and the high school itself is setting up a way for them to achieve that plan before graduation.
Yep, we're trying to help those kids get ahead in this uncertain environment that we live in today. Now on to student award recognition.
Yes, senior Hannah Klein was announced as the Central PA Sentinel Teen of the Week for her work with promoting friendship and mental health awareness. And amazingly, my co-anchor, senior Lance Miller, is West Shore School District's sole National Merit Scholarship semifinalist this year. What an honor to know both Hannah and you here at Redland.
Oh, thank you so much, Luke. The PSAT test will be held on October 13th of this year, and as thrilling as standardized testing is, this is the only opportunity for students to qualify for the National Merit Scholarships and represent their state's top 0.5% of students. Speaking as a semifinalist myself, taking this test seriously can be a crucial step in solidifying placement for this opportunity. We're now looking ahead at an upcoming event.
Yes, don't forget Minithon's Powder Puff football game this fall. Redland Minithon leaders Parker Duffy, Grace Norfleet, Gracie Smithmeyer, and Becca Updegraff invite you to join together that evening. You won't want to miss this community event of fun, food, and flag football.
Do you think there will be any more 40-yard long field goals for Redland?
Lance, there's only one way to find out. Support Minithon in their efforts raising money to fight pediatric cancer by coming to West Shore Stadium to see that game that evening.
Well, there's a look at what's happened and what's in store for the next month.
Seniors, be sure to subscribe to Miss Wolf's Remind and follow the 2019 senior class Instagram page at RLHS19 for important information relating to your final year here at Redland. From myself,
and from all of us, stay Patriot proud, because
we are Patriots for life.
See you next month.
Thank you, gentlemen. That's all from Redland High School. Our next PAC meeting will be on November 6th at 6 p.m., and I hope to see you there.